Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. And, well, I just realized that I'm not wearing this today. But, you know, it is what it is. Welcome everyone to an episode of Shadows of Sorcery where apparently I'm not wearing the mask. Unusually, I will say. But it means I get to wear my glasses. So, that's that.
You'll finally be able to watch as you murder us all.
The drip is impeccable.
Indeed. Thank you. But yes, today, welcome to the 24th episode, or 24th session of Shadows of Sorcery, with my dear players, Lying, Lydia, and Rakan, who are all ready to get traumatized, I'm sure.
Again!
Yay.
Yay!
Yes, indeed. Yes. So, today we are missing a Zarian. Zarian is going to be a little bit late. He's on his way home from work, but he had to work a little bit later than usual. So, that does happen on occasion. But today we are joined by Rakan, Lydia, and Lying to start things off. And it's gonna be interesting, I am sure. So,
Otherwise known as Lucian has decided to try and be clever, and so we're definitely going to die this time.
oh no. I'm not trying to be clever this time. I'm trying to be evil.
When aren't you?
Less.
Indeed. But yes, so today we are delving back into the world of Shadows of Sorcery. And to start things off, I'm going to ask for a volunteer from one of our dear players to recap what happened last session.
No one can see, but my finger is on my nose.
As I've understood already, Lydia, I don't think you are willing to take on this harrowing task.
Like two sentences out of us.
Very well then. I volunteer as tribute. Alright, so, last time, on the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Horus had a spooky nightmare, where he felt like he needed to go to a place. Then we left the nice old Firbolg, said our goodbyes and started on the trail. And then as we were walking, Horus just went, I feel bad vibes in that direction. I want to see what's there. We went in that direction, met giant frogs, met a scarecrow. That's the one. Yeah, the scarecrow. That's the word. And ended up saying a very nice hello to that scarecrow. They were very friendly, treated us to a nice dinner and all that. And then we decided, like, you know what? Let's go into that mysterious wooden portal. I wonder where that leads. And that's where we finished.
Accurate to a degree. Fair enough.
I never said I'd give good recaps.
Last session, when we left off, our party had ventured through the Lurkmire swamp, found a patch of rather interesting-looking mushrooms, encountered a couple of toads, and then, in attempting to stealth past a rather larger toad, Darren rolled a natural one.
The stealth specialist.
The scarecrow that you guys were walking past at the time turned out to be a harvester construct, some form of guardian that was protecting that particular glade. You battled with the guardian construct and eventually the giant swamp toad that decided to join in after you guys made a ruckus. And eventually managed to escape your way through a portal that was inset into the large tree at the center of the clearing, before you were to be eaten by the rest of the giant toads that were coming in from the swamp after hearing the ruckus.
Yes.
And that is where we left off. So, where we pick up, the four of you are tumbling through emptiness. A dark void. Lightless, empty of all things. Behind you, or maybe above you, you're not really sure as to the direction, the visuals. You're not sure how you orientate yourself in this space. But you see a glimmer of light, and it's getting further and further away, this greenish glow from the portal that the four of you dived through. Somewhere, you feel a sense of falling. Rushing wind? Doesn't feel like wind. There's nothing flapping, but it feels like you feel a sense of vertigo. And as you're looking around, you realize that the space around you is solidifying. It's solidifying into stone walls, into roots that are climbing up out of the stone. You look up past these stone walls to where that light is receding, and you see water. And you're still falling. And then, suddenly, with a pop, the four of you find yourselves ejected. And slam as all four of you smack into various parts of the underside of a tree. I would like you all to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy, here we go.
Great start. Okay. Let me pull off my character sheet.
Oh, I'm gonna do
Let
this.
me
in
pull up
thingy.
my character.
Okay, dexterity.
This works.
Oh, 15.
Okay, so 15 from you, Horace?
Yes.
What about everybody else?
2.
8.
2, 8. Alright. So, Horace, you
Yes.
only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Is this considered falling damage?
This is considered... Well, this is more like ejection damage.
I don't like the way you phrase that.
So no, this would not be falling damage.
I see. I see.
So that's 23.
Okay, so 2 and
Does this
so
constitute
and
a
the-
dexterity saving throw? So it's a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage?
Yes.
Okay. Then I take half damage at best.
Yeah, evasion. Well, is this would this count as an AoE effect?
No.
No, it's just an effect. When you are
The-
subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw for half damage.
Oh, all right.
Doesn't
Then,
have to be AoE.
right, yeah. So yeah, evasion does come in play here, huh?
Woohoo! I've had that ability for 10 minutes.
Already
Always
see
made
it.
difference.
Yes. Immediate value. Perfect.
Okay, so you all land around the base of a stone well. Rickety looking old stone well that seems to have been built maybe a couple of centuries ago. But what's interesting about it is that a massive tree has grown up around this well and covered it over in 4 arches, as if 4 different trees have grown together into one singular massive one. And the 4 of you find yourselves lying on the floor, a little bit worse for wear, but intact for the most part. Horace,
Yes.
make a perception check for me.
Yes. All right. My specialty. 4.
4. So this would be pretty easy for you to notice, to be honest. But it takes you a minute. You're a little bit dazed, and you're
Yes.
getting up from being basically shot out of a cannon. Your sword is missing.
Mugged by a tree. Dying elves.
Okay. As soon as I notice that my sword is missing, I'm just like, patting my side, just like looking all over my body. Looking all over my body. Wait. Shit. Guys, have you seen Horus?
Which one?
The sword.
Actually, speaking of, where's the donkey?
On the path back there somewhere.
Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna like look into the well, see if I can spot anything.
Make a perception or investigation check. Your choice.
I will take investigation. Thank you very much. An 18.
18. Okay, it's pretty good. What do you see? As you look down the ancient-looking stone well that is in the center of these tree roots, the first thing you see is water at the bottom. And right at the bottom, it's sort of a greenish color, very faintly glowing. There are roots that are going down into the well from the tree that you can see throughout the whole thing. There's crumbling pieces of stone, there's little bits and pieces. No sword.
Okay. Start hyper panicking and hyperventilating a little. Okay. We'll
Roll me
find
a
it.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yes, my specialty. Oh, actually, I have proficiency. Okay, 17.
17. You start hyperventilating. And for a minute, it's the only thing you can focus on. It is the only thing you can think about. It's just, where is this sword? Where is my sword? Where is it? Where is it? And then, you calm. Take a moment to breathe. And a realization hits you. The first time that you were here, and you remember, not this tree specifically, but this place, and you remember What do you? You remember people, more people, someone, who was it? Who? Zeradius. Melville. Maurice. Jada. Names familiar but distant. Unsure. Why do you... Something is... There is a memory there. What do you do?
Just start wandering and not wandering, pacing back and forth while holding my head. And as I was just like, oh, what the hell is going on? What? Perfect timing. 1 second.
Interesting. What are the rest of you doing while this happens?
Well, Ingvar is refusing to move from the floor because he feels like if he moves, he's gonna lose his lunch, basically.
Fair enough.
There's a reason his brother's the pilot, not him.
I'm back.
Darren is trying to remember if dwarves have stable footing in this version.
Describe to me stable footing.
Advantage on fortitude saves to stay stable and whatnot against a bull rush.
Considering fortitude isn't a thing in D&D
Yeah.
edition, I don't think so.
Darren has been tumbled so much that they're not even entirely certain if they know which way is north still.
Not even
Which
sure
for a
which
dwarf is
version
impressive.
of D&D you're in. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Horace?
Yes. Just pacing back and forth while holding my head. Okay. Just step back to everybody. Alright, everybody. Anybody have any idea where the hell we are? This place seems familiar to me. I don't... Would it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would. It seems relatively familiar in the way you walk into a forest from one end and walk out the other.
Yeah.
Both ends would seem familiar. You're not quite sure where you are. But
Yes.
you're relatively sure that you're somewhere familiar to yourself.
Yeah. This place seems familiar to me, and I'm gonna be honest, I have a bitch of a headache right now. I need a moment.
All he hears Ingvar on the floor mumbling, "Join the club."
Yeah, maybe we should just take a moment for a breather. Fuck. As I sit down next to you.
You say this, a voice pipes up from the other side of the tree. And it says, "Maybe a rest is in order, little one."
Immediately jolt back up and reach for a sword that isn't there.
And you see, striding around the side of the tree, a tall, elven figure. Slightly spectral in appearance. The rest of you don't see this. Who are you? To everybody else, just speaking to nobody. Mm-hmm. I am Selviri Eld. And up until 5 minutes ago, I was bound inside that blade of yours.
You just like take a moment as if like putting the strings together. You're Horus?
I am Selviri, bound
Yeah.
inside the blade Horus, yes.
I-
I am... And you're looking at them now, taking them in properly. They are spectral in form, slightly see-through. But they have long, thin ears that end in small points. They have a very striking, lithe, tall figure. And they're wearing long robes with a small amulet around their neck. Roll me a Roll me a religion check.
Religion. Alright, let's see how religious Horus is. Well, I have a +5. I'm rolling like a god today. I've got 19.
19. You recognize the amulet. Strangely enough, it is not well. It's antiquated in its form, in the form that you see around Selviri's neck. But it's still visually reminiscent of what the modern form would be. It shows a tree, boughs sprouting up, and enclosing around a thundercloud with a bolt of lightning striking through it. And at the bottom of the amulet, and the amulet's this sort of round silver thing, at the bottom of the amulet you see waves cresting around the side of the trunk of the tree. This is the symbol of the All-Mother, the goddess Dimani, the goddess of nature and weather and growth.
So, seeing this, just just like raise an eyebrow and look at them. Just I think I've seen that amulet before. I recognize the symbol. Okay, we're going nowhere.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check?
Mhm.
All the checks today.
Yep. They're easy checks for you.
Yeah, and also easy, but I keep rolling incredibly well. 21.
21. You do recognize the symbol. You recognize it very well, in fact, because it is the symbol that is engraved into the hilt of your sword.
Huh. And then, like, I walk up to him. I walk up to him and just, like, I guess, attempt to, like, pump up, like, as if to see if he's spectral. Like, put my hand through, kind of.
Goes through.
Yeah. Just, oh. So, as I guess you're already acquainted to me, then, I suppose.
Yes, little one. I know you quite well, though you have forgotten a lot about me.
Forgotten? So, I used to know you?
The Faeywild does strange things to the people who leave its boundaries.
Huh. Well, I guess that's a start, I suppose. Then we're in the Faeywild.
Yes. You should get some rest. Recuperate a little. We have a long journey ahead of us. Darren and Ingvar. Roll me a perception check.
Right.
Vetus. Oh,
Oh boy. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. 18.
Okay.
5.
So, you don't really see anything, Ingvar. You're still a bit woozy from being shot out of a well. You, Darren, now that you've gotten your bearings, and you're watching Horace talk to what at first you thought was thin air, but now you see is actually a small, at least from your perspective, silver wisp of some sort.
Represented by the Dark Elf on the table, I
Yes.
guess. Okay.
Yes.
I don't actually see a Dark Elf.
Hmm.
Aww.
Horace seems to be having an extensive conversation with whatever this creature may be.
Grandpappy didn't really have many stories about wisps. Or at least, wasn't really paying attention when he was telling them. Horace? Who's your friend?
Okay. Just turning to them, just like, yeah. So, this guy is Mr. Silveri. Apparently, he's been living inside Horace for a while.
We have got to get you some kind of assistance with your naming conventions.
What's wrong with Horace?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Silveri. Where are we? And is there an exit?
I can answer that for you. We're apparently in the Faeywild.
You don't say.
Yet. Alright. It's a start.
Yeah. So what complicates the exit question?
Yeah, that's a very fair point. I will say. Okay. The portal that we got into here, did it look similar to the one where I came out of?
No. So the portal that you, shall we say, got into to get to here was a tree. But the portal that you came out of was essentially this ringed pedestal in the caverns of the Cragstead Mountains, in the middle of a small lake in a cavern. No trees or anything around it.
Okay. Just like, okay, so I turned back to Silveri. Say, you wouldn't know where in the Faeywild we would be.
Silveri, who's sort of half lounging against the bark of the tree, and now that you're looking at him, he's not so much lounging as kind of just leaning against something invisible, because he can't seem to actually lean against the tree itself. He's just sort of positioned himself that way. And now that you're noticing, you notice that his feet aren't touching the ground either. He's kind of just floating there in position.
So he's just posing to look baller.
Pretty much.
Yes.
And he looks at you and he goes, well, I'm sure your memories will return eventually, but for now, we are due south of the Silverlight Lake.
That's a start.
As south as you can be in this place, really.
South of the Silverlight Lake. And would there be an easy exit nearby, if you would happen to know? Well,
Well, if you want to go and get eaten by a bunch of toads, and he points towards the well behind you.
Yeah, I don't think that way is preferable. Is there a secondary exit?
There are many ways in and out of the Faeywild, and as he's saying this, and you, Darren, start to hear this in little bits and pieces, whispers, as well, as the presence of this creature is starting to grow stronger around you.
Sort of like tuning in on a radio, gotcha.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, as you're existing in the proximity of this creature, its influence is starting to make it more real in your mind, essentially.
When you say influence, am I looking forward to some whiz checks?
I don't know. Are you? Anyway.
Incredible.
Silveria sort of points in a unspecific direction and waves his hand and says, well, the nearest exit, shall we say, is somewhere over that way in the middle of the Silverlight. Of course, there are other ways to leave, but that would be the closest one.
Okay.
Though I doubt you would want to leave without your blade.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I'm guessing.
I'm not in it. It's not here. I think you can see that.
Yes.
But no, it's close to the portal out of here.
All right. Well, and I'm assuming you know where it is specifically.
Oh, well, sort of. It's been a while since I've been back in the Faeywild. I can give you a general direction, but getting there is up to you.
Yeah. I suppose it would be too easy like this. All right. And I turn back to the party and share all the info.
Okay.
So, no offense. I don't want to leave here without without getting back Horus. So, I hope you guys can bear with me for this, if that's all right. I'm sorry for leading us on this shit show.
I don't really see how we have much alternative option there.
Yeah, fair point, but it'll be fine. All right, so the Silverlight Lake should be in that direction, but I do believe that it's better if we, I guess, got a good nap first, especially look down at Ingvar. You hanging in there, all right, Ingvar?
I guess.
I think Ingvar's dead.
Oh no.
Not quite dead, but he certainly feels like it.
Yeah, I'm on 2 hit points. Leave me alone.
Yeah, let's get a rest.
Yeah, so for the purposes of this, you all get a short rest.
Yes.
Before
goody.
something might happen. You're currently sitting out in the open in the middle of the Faeywild, so there's chances that things may happen. Over the course of this short rest, you can roll your hit dice and get yourselves back up to health, those that need it. The rest of you start to see, materializing from this sort of wisp-like ball of floating silver flame, the form of Silveri Eldwin, who, as he becomes more and more material, you start hearing his voice better. And it's not so much hearing it, because he's not really speaking in a way that you would be able to hear. It's more like listening to it with your mind. Because there is no sound, per se.
Telepathy with extra steps.
Kind of, yeah. It's less that it's less of a back and forth mental dialogue and more of a you guys are hearing it, but replying vocally. Because he
Yes.
can't read your minds.
Yes. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, sorry, God.
No? Please.
I just say, so, once, like, get the rest, also let me roll the head die. I'm a dumb fuck. Sorry. I suppose, you said the lake was in that direction? I say as I point in the direction he pointed to.
Yes. The lake is... maybe 2 days travel? At least
2 days.
2 days. Days are a bit of a weird thing here. I've been in the material plane so long, it's kind of hard to... But yes, two of your material plane days of travel, and you should be able to reach the lake.
Alright, that's a start. Just look at everyone. I'm feeling a lot better, Ingvar. You right? After a good nap?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. The vertigo has pretty much gone at that point.
Yeah. Alright, so, shall we I guess, let's start the travel, and, I look towards, Silveri. Just say, you seem to know something about me.
I know many things about you, little one.
Am I getting a stranger danger kind of feeling off his little area here?
Roll an insight check.
Oh goody, I'm actually semi-competent at those.
Darren being semi-competent? Impossible.
Well, my... meh.
Also, for those of you who are using Roll20, we currently have a Roll20 viewer symbiote on the Tailspire board. So if you want to use that to look at your Roll20 stuff in-game without having to tab out, it is there.
Where is it?
Oh. And community mods?
So on the side of your screen, there's a little pop-out tab on the right side.
Yes.
If you click on that and click on Roll20, it should allow you to log into Roll20 in-game.
Alright.
Ooh, let me see if that will work.
All right. Beautiful.
On it.
Symbiotes are in beta, it should be noted.
Well,
Cloud player
symbiotes
is
are
verifying my
out
connection.
properly, but yeah,
Yes.
in beta.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay. While this is happening, what did you roll for your insight check, Darren?
21.
21. Okay. You get the sense that while Silveri is, as a Fey being, is not necessarily being entirely honest with what he's been saying so far. He's not lying about anything. As far as you can tell,
lines of a day.
he hasn't told a direct lie. He may have, you get the sense, because he is a Fey, and you have heard things about Fey beings in the past, you get the sense that maybe he's not telling the whole truth, but there's no outright lies in his words.
I have returned.
I mean, not to be prejudicial, but that certainly gives me, a person with the familiarity of lying to people through vague twistings of the truth, that isn't necessarily a good sign.
True, but that's what you get.
I'm just gonna, like, put an arm around Horace and move him about an extra foot away from Silvieri.
Is everything all right? Is everything all right, Darren?
Yep, definitely fine. Hey Horace, how much do you know about your friend here?
I'm gonna be honest, not much. This is my first time meeting him.
Oh, so, Mr. Silvieri, how long have you known Horace here? Our good old buddy,
I have known
our
Horace
favorite friend.
In your material years, and you, as you're listening to this, you hear a slight echo to his voice. Material. I have known Horace for 6 of your material years. Though in the Faeywild, time passes very differently.
So question here: how long ago did did my memory go kaput, and I awakened in the material plane?
So you awakened in the material plane about a month ago.
Yeah, no, right. But when I lost my memories, and then I just remembered having Horace with me, and that's it. How long ago was that?
You roll me an intelligence check, actually.
All right. Now that's something I can do. Okay. Let me pull up Roll20 because I didn't figure out how to get that set up. 18.
18. Between periods, flashes of memory that you have, small bits and pieces that you've managed to piece together, you came to consciousness properly about a month ago. And that is where your current memories begin. However, you have various memories. And because of that good roll,
Yes.
you have quite a few memories that include calendars or people talking about dates. You snatches here and there. Most of your material plane memories are dated about 7 or 8 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
You have one Faeywild memory that predates your current area and arrival, predates that month, which contains a voice talking over you while you possibly might have been sleeping, you're not sure, very dark, that simply has a number in it, and the voice simply says, let me quickly check my notes. 739. Or 1,739.
1,739. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Technically, the voice is saying it's 1739. But
1739. And
the way you would pronounce a year, essentially.
Okay. So basically, from what I gather, is there's the memories I have from the past month. Then there's a massive gap of
There's a massive gap with small smatterings of memory that are Faeywild adjacent ideas.
Mm.
And then, yeah.
And okay, and the area so putting two and two together, the 6 years, him saying he known me for 6 years. That's I don't have any memories of that period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when he says that, just like putting all of that together, just. So, all right. I guess that makes sense why I have zero memory of you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unfortunately, there's only so much I can do to mitigate the effects of this plane of existence. My power has been somewhat limited in these past few centuries.
I see. Just like slight. Would Horace be suspicious of him? No, actually no. It's yes, yeah.
As far as you know, this being is telling the truth.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he's bending the truth to his own whims.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's neat.
I mean, he's a grayish, floating spectral figure of what seems to be some form of elf, but with very long ears and a very thin, tall form. For like,
Can I put my hand through him?
Horace did so earlier. Yes,
That would probably
Okay.
be rude, wouldn't it?
Horace
There.
did so earlier. So you know,
That does not mean it's not rude.
wow, he didn't
Not
seem
touching
to
you,
care.
not touching you. Yeah, you're incorporeal.
Look,
At this, you
I
see
promise,
a
I
slight
know I'm a
frown appear
dwarf.
on
I know I'm a
Silvery's face.
dwarf, and that there is a racial stereotype that we utterly hate elves, but I'm just saying, I'm not entirely on board with this elf-shaped being.
I think you need to readjust your biases. Would you be more comfortable if the floating spectre was a dwarf? Ask yourself
No.
that.
No, I would not be.
Would you? Says Silveri, and
Oh hell.
you watch as, for a moment, his shape changes,
If he turns into me, I'm declaring initiative.
and he transforms into a hammer-wielding, heavy-armored dwarf.
Good choice.
But in the same tone of voice, slightly gruffer, says, "Well, is this better?"
Excuse me, private conversation. Yeah. Is this guy not setting off anybody else's red flags?
I think they're quite amicable. They just changed their whole form for you. That's pretty hard, I hear.
I'm gonna be honest. It's just massive question marks for me right now. I'm neither here nor there.
Yeah, a guy with massive question marks shows up, tells you he knows all about the empty spots in your memory, and suggests that you follow him somewhere. This is not a safe environment.
But to be fair, standing out in the middle of the Faeywild is also not a safe environment.
That and also, I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be frank, Darren. I've been trying to get back my memories for a while now. This is the best chance I've got, and I don't want to waste it. I'm sorry, buddy.
You know what? That is fair. I will give you that. But
You
the
can-
second this goes south, I'm going to treat him as an immediate adversary. Is that understood?
I mean, they're one floating incorporeal entity. What's the worst that could happen?
Do not say that at this juncture.
Well, at this point, what have we got?
Okay,
to do?
Mr. Silvieri, kindly direct us towards the exit, please. We have a donkey to take care of and other things to do in the
Oh
material
God,
realm.
Horace!
Oh God, God, I hope none of the frogs get to him. I don't think.
All the better that we hurry along.
You left him on the road, so who knows?
No frogs.
Wait, I know what I'm going to send a messenger, but...
We're going to send a messenger. Okay.
yeah.
So you're going
that
to summon
explains.
I'm using Construct
organizer?
Operator to summon an organizer.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so the three of you watch as the librarian sort of traces this set of arcane sigils into the air that sort of come out in this semi-silvery-ish coloration. As he traces them, they sort of appear trailing past his fingertips. I would like you to roll me a d20.
Oh, okay. Uh, 12.
12. Let me quickly check the thing.
The thing. Oh no.
Okay,
Oh, no.
yeah, that's fine. About a few seconds pass, and then a small silver portal opens up. Only about a foot high, and a tiny little robot, a tiny little automaton with 6 legs and sort of like a pair of small arms that curve up and over and into a little basket-shaped section on its back, sort of skitters out and sits and waits. What do you do, librarian? What do you? What
I
are
take
you
a
attempting?
page from my notebook and I start scrolling down something. And I give it to the robot and I say to him, Can you take this to our beloved friend, the Druid Horace? In a swamp. He just stick this on his back. He can't really speak. He's kind of the quiet, stoic type. But this should help him out. And you see scrawled on the little piece of paper is something along the lines of, "Please take me in. Very powerful druid. Favorite food oats.
Okay.
Free to a good home."
Okay. Are you saying this in common?
Yes, in common.
The organizer sits there and doesn't.
Oh no, sorry. I wrote it in common. I said it in
Okay.
Celestial.
So you're saying it
Or
in
whatever its
Celestial.
thing is.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the rest of you just hear which seems very strange coming from the librarian. But
Wait,
the moment
so the
that
higher realms are in Sweden?
Yes.
I'm not, I
all
highly
Bjork from
doubt
the
that
top up.
anyone who is Swedish would understand that as Swedish, but sure, why not?
Close to Icelandic.
Well, yeah,
I really don't think it is.
Iceland's pretty scenic, if nothing else. At least see fields
Possibly
rolling in the
German.
distance.
Hello, little one. Can you take this to my friend?
Anyway,
That's just Gru. That's just Steve Carell doing Gru.
the moment that the page hits the basket, this construct doesn't really have eyes, but the small claws sort of click together. It moves forwards a few steps and then kind of stops. It doesn't seem to understand who you're trying to send this to.
The donkey, Horace, our mule, our beloved companion and friend.
Do you say this in Celestial?
Yeah, primordial, I should have said. That's the actual language that I know. Actually,
They're interchangeable, but
Okay, celestial, whatever.
at the mention of the word donkey, which sounds a little strange in primordial or celestial, which one do you want to pick?
I like primordial. Let's go with primordial.
This is the sound that the librarian makes. At the sound of this word, the little robot clicks its pincers together. A small visual of sort of like silver nets over the cage section and becomes this like small dome, small sphere that contains the letter. And you watch as it sort of spins on its axis a couple of times, its little legs clicking around, and then suddenly darts off and jumps down the well.
Well, at least we'll... What did you write on that note?
Oh, very important details for our friend.
Fair enough.
Hopefully
Alright.
someone will give him a good home.
Hopefully us.
Hopefully, I suppose, yeah. I don't want to leave him. Don't want to leave.
A lot of our stuff is on that donkey.
Oh, right, yeah, fuck.
Including a full suit of plate armor. And other stuff.
Oh yeah, the fucking
And an
enchanted
urn.
/ cursed armor that none of us have ever worn.
The
Yes.
enchanted plate armor, yeah.
Yes, there is a set of cursed enchanted plate armor, and also the urn
You have
containing
no idea
our
if it's
friend.
cursed or not. All you know is that it lets you step through shadows and doesn't give you disadvantage on spells.
Completely that aside, the urn containing the ashes of our friend who we were indebted to deliver to his family.
Yeah, but
That
what
is
about the
also
suit of
on,
armor, though?
that is
What?
also on the donkey.
No, wait, what?
I
The
thought
ashes-
Isaac was buried.
Isaac was buried!
Yeah.
There's definitely something that we're transporting for him.
It's the letter.
Yes.
But that wasn't on the donkey, that's on one of our persons, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the librarian was that.
Oh no. I don't trust
yeah.
that somehow.
You shouldn't.
Okay. So, what are you all doing? Silveri sort of stands next to the tree and kind of waiting as this entire thing is happening, sort of looking a little curiously at the little messenger bot that just jumped off down the well.
I think right now we're gonna have to go to the lake anyway. So let's go there right now. We'll be careful.
Probably the best.
It seems,
Yeah.
Alright
you
then.
know, fine. We're finally getting our beach episode, guys, and it's in the Faeywild.
Let's go.
It's a lakeside trip, really.
Okay.
As semantics.
Can't wait
It's
for
more
the
like a camping trip than a beach episode.
can't wait for the swimsuit Horus fan art.
You guys are getting
If a
fat.
bird wore a swimsuit, would they wear it like this or this?
Ah. Okay. What's the marching order here?
I mean, I'd vote Ingvar take because we all know step closer to being clinically blind.
And Ingvar's got
I will
research
march.
survival.
I'll march behind Horus.
Okay.
And if that's the case, I'll march behind Ingvar.
I'll just stay at the back, as I usually do.
Yeah.
My cowardly position of
In that
mage.
case, Silveri is going to take up place beside you, Ingvar. I would like you to roll me a survival check with advantage.
God. That's
Okay.
90.
That's pretty good. You all set off forwards into the kind of twilight-ish view of the Faeywild. And as the day progresses, and I'll let you all know where you end up, so don't worry about moving your characters quite yet.
Yay.
As the day progresses, you all sort of start realizing that time isn't really a thing here. The day doesn't seem to change, though there's a lot of sort of forest noises around you and stuff. The day doesn't really seem to make much of a difference as to how long you've been walking. And you walk for a good 7 to 8 hours before you realize that you need to stop and rest and recuperate a little bit. And you guys end up around about... Ooh,
Wee.
around here.
Okay, that's a tree, not a giant token.
Yeah. No, it's a
Okay.
tree. Yeah, there's a tree. And at this point, Silveri sort of slows you all down and goes, I don't need to rest, but the rest of you look run ragged. So maybe we take a night to recuperate. Hmm?
Yeah, unfortunately, our meatbags and bodies need rest.
Okay. And he sort of points out a tall, sort of really quite massive tree that is in front of you. Stands out quite a decent bit from the other trees around you in the forest. And the forest is really lush, as far as you've seen anyway. And this tree definitely seems to have grown a lot more than the others. But it looks like it could provide a decent amount of shelter should anything decide to come along. So yeah. What are you all doing?
Ingvar's giving the tree the side eye because the last tree that they saw that was this big, it tried to kill them.
Yeah.
True.
Well, to be fair, the tree isn't testing us anymore. Oh wait, you're talking about the other tree, right? I forgot about that one.
Terrible tree.
We've had
Tree
terrible
that kept
experiences.
spawning things that wanted to kill us.
Yes, and it itself wanted to kill us as well. We've had some pretty bad experiences with trees, huh? Okay.
Yeah, so you can understand why he's a little bit wary.
Just like walk over to the tree and sit down, like on one of the big roots protruding out, just and lean up against it. Just.
I'll see if I can get a campfire started.
Allow me to help with that. Just
You
help
a
out.
bonfire or something.
Okay, roll me a survival check, Darren.
Alright.
Actually, no, roll me a survival check. Yeah.
Would he have advantage because I'm helping him?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Hooray!
Okay.
It's not much better!
What's
that is a
your-
grand total of 12.
12, okay. It takes you a little bit of time, because this forest is really lush. But surprisingly for a forest, there's not much kindling around. It takes you a little while to find some actual burnable materials. But after a little while, you manage to amass a small amount of kindling, a small section of logs and stuff. And you set up a campfire, and you slowly start to build it up and get it nice and warm. Again, the time doesn't seem to really change here, but your bodies are telling you that it's probably time to sleep, at the very least. So yeah, you manage to put together a campfire without too much issue. It takes you maybe about half an hour to do. But yeah. All right. Are you guys going to take a rest?
I suppose so. Yeah,
Yeah.
along. I guess swapping watches. Yeah.
Yep. Who's taking first watch?
Ingvar will.
Yeah.
Okay. As the other three of you bed down, you and Silveri start to take watch. Roll me a perception check with advantage, because Silveri is helping you.
That's
Ooh.
a terrible start.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be better.
On the exact opposite end.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. The first 2 or so hours of the watch go by without too much issue. You think you spy a couple of birds early on in the watch, but it turns out just to be some strangely shaped leaves in the trees.
Oh, I hear bird.
There's a few strange animal noises, but nothing that would really cause too much of an alarm. And it... What the hell was that?
That's the alarm.
Interesting. 2 hours pass, not too eventful. Who do you wake up for next watch? Ingvar.
I'll go for Darren.
Darren. Okay. So about 2 hours into your light napping, Darren, you get pushed awake by Ingvar. And your watch begins. Roll me a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Yep. Cool, that goes on.
9 and a 3. Ooh.
My incredibly mediocre stat rolling at the start of this campaign is really not helping me many sessions in. That is a 10 total.
And okay. Slightly better. Just enough.
Just enough for what?
Don't worry about it. You notice at one point during the evening that while the fire is smoldering down, some embers strayed a little out. Like, you haven't really found many rocks that you can put around the fire, so it's kind of just like a little bonfire in the middle. And some embers have started straying out and to the side, so you kind of kick them back in a little bit. At one point you notice out in the distance of the forest, you see a small, maybe a rabbit? Weird rabbit. Turns to you and you notice that its eyes are more cat-like. It's about maybe 50 feet off, and it has antlers.
Jackalopes are a lot creepier in real life.
Oh, that's a cabot.
Cabot, Jesus.
I hate that I get that reference.
A cabot, of course.
Can I, like, just investigate the area around the campfire so I can at least find some stones to ward it off a bit?
Roll me an investigation
Given that
check.
we're underneath a tree, and last I checked, trees are quite flammable. Let's see, investigation is +4. Oh, that's going for miles. 8! Damn!
You don't really find many stones. Like, not any good-sized stones, anyway. You find a couple of pebbles. About 3.
It's a
Not
start
really
at least.
a stony area, to be honest.
Well, I will nonetheless plonk them around the fire where the sparks and embers are coming out, at least. It's not
Okay.
much, but it'll be something. Slightly lower chance of burning in our sleep.
As you're doing this, you watch out of the corner of your eye as the weird rabbit type thing suddenly pounces on something in the grass. And you watch as it comes up with a sort of like long snake. About like 5 feet long, thin, eel-like in sort of shape. You see that it has 9, 10 tiny legs all along its body. And 6 eyes at the front. And it's just kind of limp in the mouth of this rabbit thing. And you notice that the rabbit has thick, sharp-looking teeth. Like chompers. Big chompers. And for a moment it looks like the rabbit has just caught some prey. And then suddenly the snake wraps itself around the rabbit and starts to squeeze. And is there anything you want to do? You're just gonna watch?
Yeah,
Isn't
watch
nature so beautiful?
I think I'll just be watching in stunned, in a stunned
You watch
expression.
as this snake-like creature starts to squeeze around the rabbit's throat, and you see this snake basically is digging all of its like tiny little claw feet into the sides of the rabbit, and eventually,
How
it's
far away from me is this happening?
About 30 feet,
Oh, goody.
30 to 40 feet away. Yeah. And eventually the rabbit just kind of goes limp, and you watch as the snake, who has 6 eyes and has been kind of focused on the rabbit, its jaw sort of unhinges and balloons to a rather impossible size, and you just watch as it swallows the rabbit whole, and then waddles off.
And then the rabbit curls its body around the snake.
You notice that it leaves the antlers behind. Seem to have been ripped off by
Is
something.
the snake gone now?
Snake is gone, yes.
Okay.
It waddled off about.
That's why we should fear snakes if they ever gain the power of legs.
I mean, this one has legs.
Yeah, it has 10 of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, far too many legs. I guess I'll go pick up the antlers, because, I don't know, these might be a spell ingredient for somebody.
Okay. Add a pair of jackrabbit antlers to your inventory, I guess. Who do you wake up for next watch?
Let's see. Incar's already gone. I will prod the librarian.
Ah! What's happening?
Watch time. Your turn. Go ahead.
Oh,
Watch
okay.
out for snakes, by the way.
Snakes?
Yenny.
Okay.
Librarian, roll me perception with advantage.
Yay! I forgot where perception is. 1 second.
It's
Oh damn! A 9.
Ooh.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. The other one was a 4.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ouchie. Is that 9 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're rolling like gods today.
A little while in, you're looking around, you're not really seeing anything until you notice the base of the tree that you're standing next to start to singe as you see one of the embers of the fire just sort of pop out and slid over to the base of the tree a little bit. And you kick it away really quickly. Roll me another perception check.
Okay. That is a 21.
Oh,
Much
Very
better.
good. very good. You're not gonna like this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The tree starts screaming.
You watch as a couple of the roots at the base of the tree, around where that scorching piece started, come up and wrap around that scorched area.
The tree's alive. I
And
mean,
you
all
were-
trees are alive, strictly speaking, but
Everyone
still, more
up!
so.
Everyone up! The tree's alive!
Yeah? What?
Speaking by definition, all
Horace, wake up! I don't like this!
what's going on? Oh god, okay, yeah, okay, you mean that kind of alive. I see.
No.
I see. Yeah, nope.
Silveria's just kind of watching you all, going like, I could have told you that. I mean, every tree is alive around here.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I didn't think it was important.
Being attacked by a murder
We were
tree.
camping under it.
If you've been watching me for so long, you know our experience with murder
You
trees.
went through the murder tree and you thought it wasn't relevant?
As you're all shouting this, what languages do you all speak? Very quickly.
Oh god,
Uh,
I've just been looking at this as well. Fucking.
Let me see my list.
Common and Sylvan.
Okay.
Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Primordial.
Okay.
Elven, Dwarven, and Common.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
where's Elven? But there you go.
I'm still looking.
Is tree a language that you can take in the list?
Technically,
Tree Ian.
well, regardless,
Trillion.
Right, I can't see it anywhere else. Anywhere on my sheet, so I'm gonna presume
All-
common and
all-
dwarven.
yeah, probably. All of you, except for Horace, who can speak Sylvan, hear. You, Horace, hear. Keep it down, will you? I'm trying to sleep.
Wait, I can hear you. Oh, I can understand. The thing is, I like to imagine Horace speaks Sylvan, but just had no idea until now. Like, just like, wait.
I mean, you
like-
can understand this tree.
Yeah,
apparently.
just like, what? Yeah, just like, huh? I understand what they're saying. I didn't know I spoke tree, guys. I can speak tree. Okay, let me try. Just like racking my brain, and as I like rack my brain, just like the definitions start like coming in, and it starts flowing out naturally. Just like, and I say in Silva, just, sorry for waking you. We just we got a little spooked. We have bad experiences with living trees.
My brethren. And what the rest of you just hear. Forward. This really low, guttural, sort of long drawn out, sort of very deep voice. But you, Horace, hear, and I'll shorthand it for you. It depends on who. It depends on which of us you're talking to. My brethren are fickle, essentially.
Yeah, fair. Well, you wouldn't happen to know of Lurk, yeah?
I am being of the Fae. I do not know this to speak.
Well, I hope you. Not a great time. Try to eat us. Sorry, wasn't trying to be prejudiced. We'll keep it down then. And I just look back towards everybody. Never mind, guys. The tree is friendly. Just wants to sleep. All right. And I just lie back down on the ground, just like, yeah, let's. Oh god, that was some adrenaline. God damn it, gotta calm down the adrenaline. Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Take a deep breath and go
What
back
do
to
the
my
rest
nap.
of you do?
I'm gonna lie down on the opposite side of the fire from the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Pick his jaw off the floor and just go, okay. The tree
Okay.
talked. I didn't understand it, but it talked.
I mean,
Oh,
you
God.
just sort of heard, like, low guttural groans as if branches were sort of crunching together. But yeah.
And then I just recreate that noise with my fucking teeth.
Kind of. Like, you were speaking more of an actual, like, Sylvan, Horace, rather than the tree's version of Sylvan. The tree has a bit of an accent, essentially.
Okay, so what you're saying is trees speak Sylvan, like basically cowboys. Well, I forgot what the fucking term
The
was.
tree speaks Sylvan like a northerner, whereas you speak Sylvan like a southerner, essentially.
Yes, I was thinking the opposite. The tree was the southerner, and I was the. But all right, that works.
I mean, if you're talking UK, it's a bit different, but you know.
Oh, I was talking America.
No, I'm talking UK. But anyway, Librarian, your watch concludes without too much of an issue after that. Other than the sudden spook of finding out that the tree that you were camping under is very much alive, and maybe a little bit annoyed at getting burnt, but other than that, seems fine. Okay. Horace, you're up last, unless the librarian wants to wake someone else up and lose their long rest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be an asshole. No.
So yeah, Horace.
You know
only...
what? You know what? Someone's had it too long. Too good, too long.
Just librarian enters the villain arc.
This is where it all happens. It began with a tree. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. Yeah. It's my time to watch. Yeah. By now, like got the full 6 hours. I'm feeling nice and refreshed. So I'll take the watch. Perception with advantage, thanks to help from
Perception with
Sylvie.
advantage. Yep.
Very well then. Not 20 for a 19.
Nice. Wait, you have a -1 on perception?
I have a -1 wisdom.
Oh, this makes so much sense now.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. It's been a while. Okay. You don't really sense lightness in the sky because constant twilight.
Yes.
But the rest of the night, shall we say, passes without much problem. Around about the 7.5 hour mark, you watch as the tree, or part of the tree at least, gets up and walks away.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
What's a difference?
Okay. Okay, so you can't. Fuck you! You caught me off guard.
You watch as the tree sort of, or at least half the tree sort of detaches from the bark and sort of brings its arms down, and you watch as parts of the branches sort of come out of the tree canopy, and massive trunk-like legs sort of appear, and sort of it pulls itself up out of the tree and then starts to walk away. And you hear, as it leaves, you hear, goodbye, small one.
take a moment, just take a moment, like rubbing my eyes, just like, yeah, sure, that happened. Yeah, yeah. It's goodbye. It's nice meeting you, friend.
8 hours long rest is concluded for all of you. So you may all restore your hit points, get all your spell slots back, etc., etc.
Yay!
Dawn
Uh,
doesn't come because you're in the Faeywild and it's twilight all the time. But you feel refreshed. Pretty decently refreshed anyway.
Yes. Well, how are you all feeling? The tree walked away.
Noticed.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good to hear. Yeah, no, I think, okay, to avoid being caught unawares, I'll just prepare for anything, because frankly, at this point, I feel like anything can happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just completely confused by this whole situation. He's not a man of magic, so
Yeah, let's just continue on our ways to the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same marching order as before?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
In that case, Ingvar, roll me a survival check with advantage.
Not bad. Dice went off into the stratosphere.
Give it a out.
So that's 15.
50. Ooh, okay. It takes a little while. And you end up taking a bit of a wandering pathway. But eventually, somewhat following the path of the treant that went before you, you end up sort of coming down the hill, crossing through a couple more forests until you come to the base of a large stone tower, which is actually on the shores of a wide, silvery watered lake that sort of expands out quite far. And the water itself, you look at it, and as you approach, you see that it looks almost smooth and flat like ice, except for the occasional ripples. And its surface is almost chrome. Not something I can replicate in Tailspire, sadly.
Yeah, I gathered as much.
Imagine if it was a lake made of transparent mercury, basically.
Right.
Okay, better than the image I had of the Pum Lake. I'm sorry.
Why? What medical condition do you have that is silver?
I don't know, silver, white, blends. Anyways. Okay.
Colorblind.
You all stand next to a tall, overgrown-looking tower. Very overgrown. Looks absolutely ancient. There's a lot of statues sort of all the way up the outside of the tower. You can see a couple on the top, on the battlements. And you can see a variety of sort of ivies and bushes sort of sprouting out the sides. It looks abandoned. At least relatively abandoned, you would say. Maybe a couple of birds roost here or something. You do see a little bit of white stuff on the side of the walls near the top. Possibly abandoned. The lake lies before you, and roll me a perception check, Horace. Actually, anybody who wants to, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I like looking at things.
Hmm. That'll be a 19.
11.
18.
Okay. So, you, librarian, are kind of distracted looking at the floor and the tower and stuff. The rest of you look out across the lake. And you see, around about in the middle, a large island with what looks to be a small forest, and then at the center, a massive tree, much bigger than any of the others you've seen in the forest so far. The island itself doesn't look natural. Doesn't look it looks a little bit man-made. You see flat white walls around the outside of it, sort of where you would expect banks to be. Instead, it is just flat and white marble. You can't really make out much more from this distance. It is quite a way off in the middle of the lake. And as you all look at this, Silveri sort of points out towards the island and says, "That up there, my friends, is Silverlight Temple. A temple to the All-Mother. It is where your destination lies. Though I'm not sure how we are to cross."
Boat!
I mean, Ingvar's looking at the
we
water.
could take.
There's a boat over there.
You haven't seen a boat.
Yeah,
It's over there, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't want to
I
walk
mean-
anymore.
I'm looking at the wrong boat.
I mean, I don't think we want to go swimming.
Yeah, I don't think.
Like that does not look like normal water. That's
There
probably
is no
not
boat in Ba Sing Se.
Oh god, the
God.
Fae have stolen our boat!
I mean, that makes sense because Ba Sing Se is landlocked, Lucian.
I know, that's the point.
There's a lake.
There is a lake. You guys don't know if there's a boat or anything. You haven't spotted one. You haven't really rolled a high enough perception for that because you weren't looking for it. There is no
Okay,
boat, as far as you're aware.
Since I can see the thing over there.
There's a dock. There is no boat.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I guess I will start to look for a boat with my investigation skill.
I will. May I as
Must
well
be-
look for a boat with? Yes.
The boat must be very close if you're trying to use investigation.
Damn
Oh,
you.
God.
Okay, with my perception then.
Okay.
Looking around for a boat.
Whoa!
15.
15. Okay. You look across the shore, and you don't see a boat at the shore itself. You do see, out in the middle of the lake, a small rowboat of some sort that looks relatively intact, but doesn't seem to have been moored to anything. So it's just sort of like drifting.
How far away is it?
From the shore or from you?
From me. I mean, either or, really. Whichever's the shortest distance.
Okay, so from you, it would be approximately 400 feet.
Okay.
From
From the
the shore, from the closest point to it on the shore, it would be about 150 feet.
Okay. Well, since it's not murder, murder.
There's been a murder.
I don't suppose anybody would mind if we borrowed it. Would you? Do you guys think?
Need to get it first.
I mean, yeah, but we first have to first we have to resolve the moral quandaries, then see how we're going to break the morals.
I want to steal.
Well, there's no moral quandary there.
Actually, because you weren't here at the start of the session, Librarian,
Yeah.
roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're gonna take a step back in time.
Oh no, crit fail.
No.
Crit fail.
Oh.
Ooh.
no.
Ooh, this is
That's a
juicy.
3.
This is juicy. I like it. Beautiful. Okay, so Librarian. And I will describe to you what I described to everyone else earlier. You guys fell through a portal. And at first it was just a dark void. And then it sort of resolved itself into, like, stone and mortar, walls rushing around you as you fell. Root systems going upwards. You look up and you see water. And then suddenly you shoot out and you land next to an ancient-looking well that has had a tree grow up and around it. And you stand up and you stare around. And you see Faeywild. And it is familiar to you. It is very familiar to you. And your head hurts. It hurts so bad, and you don't know why. Pain racks you. I would like you to reduce your total hit points by 5.
Like my max or
Max
my...
hit points for as long as you are on this plane.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
As you have a constant ringing pain of psychic backlash in your head right now.
I will just note down my actual max so it's not going to disappear real quick.
That is rough.
That's what you
That's
get
rough
on a
one.
critical failure. That's what you get.
Well,
Alright.
Librarian might die without us ever finding out why he has that.
Fun.
Right.
Very well then.
Okay.
Uh,
Also, very quickly, I forgot to do this at the start because I was a little preoccupied with other stuff and we didn't have Sarian here, but I wanted everyone to be able to hear this one.
This phone of fucking silent. Jesus.
Everybody roll me an Arcana check. Or, actually, Arcana or Religion, depending on which is better for you.
Both
I'll
plus
take
1.
Arcana.
I got a 17.
Oh shit, I accidentally made it with advantage. Let me try again. And that one! 9.
Take
That
the
one,
15.
2 total.
Good grief.
15 is
area
technically
of
when you rolled
expertise.
first, by the way.
Alright. Well, yeah, true. That is. I don't know.
Make it religion for me, I guess.
Okay. I guess take the 15 then? Yeah.
Wait, what?
So I accidentally rolled it with advantage. The first roll 15, then 20, then I decided to re-roll it and it ended up being a nat 1. And then I
Roll-
remembered, oh wait. Yeah.
Just roll me a d20 and add your Religion or Arcana. Just do that.
Alright. Alright. I'll roll it on Tailspire.
Goodbye,
Into
dice.
the ocean. Oh, okay, 26 then, no.
Okay, 26. Alright. So, Let's see. Who rolled low on this one? You rolled a nat 1, right, Darren?
Yep.
Okay, and Ingvar?
15 total.
15 total. Librarian and Horace, you guys both rolled above a 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Darren, Ingvar, as you were plummeting through the portal, through the well, and out the other side, the only thoughts that were going through your head was shit. Librarian
That's
and
about right.
Horace, as you fell through the portal, and Librarian, you didn't catch much of this, because your brain was also kind of going shit. But you did catch a little bit of this. You caught small pieces. The word champion. The word worthy. And then you went right. Horace,
Yes.
I would like everybody else to deafen themselves for a little bit while me and Horace have a bit of a conversation. If you
Oh,
don't-
fuck.
Okay. Horace.
Yes. Yes.
As you were drifting through the depths of emptiness before you hit the stone walls of the well, you heard a voice. This one. Are you sure? And then another, gruffer, deeper. Either you or me. A champion, really? If he proves himself, this one could be worthy to wield the powers that we could bestow. Must I? I mean, I know that I used to be one, but really? Look, if you don't want him... No. I never said that. He could be worthy. Well, we'll let the Fae decide that, won't we? Okay.
Alright. All that. Okay, so on top of everything I'm feeling right now, raising a lot more questions.
Hello.
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 Welcome back, everybody.
I will.
Alright, we've sealed our fates. Now for speak in uwu voices.
Oh god, no.
And woe be upon you.
Woe be upon.
Yes.
God damn it, shut the fuck up.
I think I just took physical damage from that.
Yeah, I believe that it has caused me physical almost.
I think it's apt that I rolled an enchantment cantrip for this daily fucking refresh that literally does psychic damage.
I'm sure as hell feeling it right now.
Anyway. Alright.
Yes.
So, now that we've covered all the little bits and pieces that I wanted to cover earlier,
Yes.
what are you all doing? You're looking at a lake, there's a tower next to you, there's a boat. What do you want to do?
The
Okay.
boat's like in the middle of the lake, right?
The boat's about 150 feet from the shore, yeah.
I have an idea, guys. Do any of you have rope?
Yes.
The boat looks to be about, I think, I guess like about 160, 170 feet. We need like about 3 rolls of rope.
I have
Okay.
one.
We all have like dungeoneering bags, right?
Yes.
We all have that amount of rope.
Yeah. So, okay. Here's the idea. I'm going to. I look around for a rock.
Roll me an investigation check.
Incredible. Watch this be in that one.
Assist.
23! Okay, well, wait, with advantage. It probably doesn't matter.
23 is
23.
fine.
Yeah, 23
Yeah.
will do.
Wait, does anybody have a bow?
Yeah.
What's the max range on that?
I think in
Uh,
3.5 at least most bows had like a range increment of 120 feet, so it should be perfectly fine.
It was
either 80 or 120.
Either way, well within range.
you have a short bow, correct? So I think that's 80-200. 80 on the short range, 200 on the long range. 80-320, okay.
Nice. You could just use
Yeah.
that with an arrow and the rope tied to it.
In before we
Yeah.
sink the boat.
Yeah, yeah. True. The rock might sink the boat if I went for a catapult.
Just like attach a piton to the end of the arrow instead or something.
I feel that
Putting a hole in the
might
boat
go.
that we wish to use seems unwise.
Yeah, I think an arrow will be fine. I'm just like, okay,
Attach
we'll
this crowbar to the arrow.
Hang on, let's address the easiest possible option here. Mr. Hovering Elf. Are you able to pass over the water and retrieve the boat for us, please?
I don't believe he's
Silveri
corporeal.
kind of just shoves a hand through Horace's head and waves
I'll
it.
take that as a no. Worth asking.
Yeah. So I think
Continue scheming.
yes. Tie a rope to cause either that or a rock, and I catapult it, and then.
Wait, hang on. We have a dragonling.
Oh yeah.
Just have the
Can you-
dragon fly over with the rope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
an option.
yeah.
Let's forget about the dragon.
Ingvar
We always
often
forget
forgets
about
about
the
the dragon as well. This is true.
Oh, hush. I
That's
need
just
to
a
raise
fancy
stuff on the
scarf
wall.
at this point.
Anyway,
Yeah. So give the dragon some ropes. We tie it together. I think we all have about one roll from the sounds of it. Should be enough to get over to the boat, and then we pull.
fair enough.
Yeah. Everybody, I just take out my rope, and everyone could just ask her, set up the ropes.
Assemble.
Okay.
Avengers!
Ropes. Assemble.
I guess roll me. Roll me Is someone
How
gonna
hard-
head this roll, or do you all want to do it together?
What is the
I-
skill necessary?
Yeah, like what are we?
Yeah,
Survival? I only have a +1. It was better.
I have a -1.
Okay,
I've
not
got
you.
I have +2.
Okay, +2s have it. I think.
Okay, throw
Okay,
my
so
rolling.
one of you two roll me survival with advantage, I guess.
Okay.
Got +3.
Oh, you're +3. We'll see you then. I fucking clicked the button.
Too late.
Yeek.
It's been rolled.
Oh, never mind. Well, there goes that dice.
Oh, it's a 12.
Well, okay. The three of you pull out various lengths of 50 feet of rope, and you take the ends and you tie them together, librarian, and you feel pretty reasonably confident that it should hold pretty well. Probably.
Can I roll an insight check to the bullshit of the DM?
No. Actually, sure. Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
You roll a nat 20, he just says fuck you.
I got a 13.
You don't know. Could be telling the truth.
What does Sylvis think about this?
Does Silveri think about this?
Yeah.
He's just kind of hovering there and watching you all go and going, oh, the days when I had a physical body.
Why have you given us a party ghost?
Why not?
Okay, this looks pretty good. We can try and
Yeah.
fire it.
Yeah, that should be fine. Well, no, we're sending the dragon in.
That's what I meant. Fire the dragon from the bow,
What
right?
the hell are you? What the?
What?
What?
Oh, that was interesting. I just watched
What?
you drag your miniature and the ruler at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
how am I doing that?
I
Right.
You've been
honestly have
lassoed
no
to the
idea.
floor.
That's useful for the future.
Maybe.
Yeah. I would like
But
to
be
know how
really
you do
precise
that
on how
because that.
far you move.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very
Alright.
small Drake.
Oh, hold on. I think I figured it out.
Whoa.
Ah, okay, I did figure it out. So, under rulers, there is a little person button next to them that you can toggle.
Oh, that's
Oh.
what that's for.
Well, that makes
Oh,
things
that-
a lot easier for telling how far we're gonna pull you guys.
Incredible.
Okay.
Anyway,
So yeah, I guess launch the dragon.
yeah, so Ingvar's gonna take the end of this ridiculously long rope. Jesus Christ.
It's 150 feet of rope.
Christ. And he holds it up to Kazuma and just goes, "Hey buddy, can you perhaps take this over to the boat for us?"
Yeah, the dragon sort of picks it up in his mouth, chomps down on the end, and flies out of the boat. I want you to roll me a strength check for the dragon.
Okay.
Not 20, not 20.
Nope.
Uh,
Plus, oh god, I can't see his play sheet.
He
Plus,
gets
that's 8.
he gets about halfway before the weight of the rope starts to drag him into the water.
Oh shit.
Roll me another strength check.
Whoop.
Okay.
14.
14. He ends up landing in the water, and you watch as he starts to doggy paddle towards the boat, eventually climbing up the side with the rope in his mouth, and gets into the boat itself, where he promptly proceeds to drop the rope and fly back to you.
What was
Wait,
your
watch
guys'
as-
plan?
You watch as the rope slides out of the boat and into the lake.
Great
Wait,
plan,
we-
guys.
I wanted to use a bow.
You told the dragon to take the rope to the boat. You never told him to keep it there.
Could you
Yeah,
tell?
boy.
Could you tell him to like wrap it on something?
Does your dragon know sailor's knots?
The baby dragon.
But I
You should
have an
always
idea.
start early education.
Would
I
it not
have
be
an idea.
easier? Would it not just be easier for me to fire an arrow at the boat at this point?
Yes.
Only if you could hit it, and only if you could hit it without damaging the boat to the point where it sinks. Which, I'll be honest, I don't trust anybody here, including myself, to do that.
No. Don't worry. This idea is actually genius. I will cast Enlarge Reduce on Kazuma.
What now?
I'm
Wait,
gonna
what?
I'm gonna make him bigger.
Okay, well, as that's happening, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Because I need tea to deal with this. I'm sorry, but I need tea to deal with this.
Big dragon.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah,
Are
God.
we just gonna ride the fucking dragon?
I was not thinking that. I was thinking bigger hands. He could actually get to. You missed us chilling and waiting for you.
Okay. We are back, everybody. I went to get a cup of tea because I need a cup of tea to deal with this. I need a cup of tea to deal with a lot of D&D shenanigans, to be quite honest. Okay, so
Understandable.
you attempted to get a rope over to the boat using a dragon. The dragon interpreted the order it was given and left the rope on the boat as it was told to, and the rope slipped off the boat, and the dragon came back.
All right.
What are you doing?
Winding the rope in, probably.
Okay.
Now, okay, I have an idea to
So you
tie the
start
boat.
winding in 150 feet of sopping wet rope.
Right.
Oh,
Incredible. Okay, guys, hear me out here. I have an idea. What if I made Cosmo's the name of the dragon?
yep.
Yeah. What if I made Cosmo bigger, so that so that his hands can tie the rope?
And bigger. Would that not then make it possible for me to ride him over? Or probably not.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
How long
Yeah,
does the spell
you know what?
last?
That works too. I will cast a large reduce on Cosmo.
How long does the spell last?
Enlarge reduce. So it is a constant up to 1 minute.
Up to 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. Given
So-
the area between the lake and the area between the island and the lakeshore, like if you want to get to the boat, it's fine. You could probably do that. If you want to get to the island, you'll only get one trip.
Yeah.
I think we were in for the boat more than the island.
Okay. So you cast Enlarge Reduce on the dragon. Does that require a save or?
Requires if he's attempting to resist the effect, but if
Is he
he's willing
attempting to resist the effect, Ingvar?
Probably not.
Okay. Then you cast Enlarge on the dragon. It goes up by one side. It is now a medium dragon for the duration of the next minute.
Yes.
Or a medium garden wyvern, shall we say, because it's not technically a dragon.
Yeah, semantics.
Start the clock.
Garden Wyvern was what Toothless was in the books.
Right, you have 1 minute. What are you doing?
Well, at this point, after the time it took to cast the spell, I'm assuming the rope's back with us.
Yes.
So Ingvar's going to pick up the rope.
Okay.
He's got no idea how to ride the dragon, but he's going to goddamn well try.
Okay.
It's the same size class as you, so this is probably going to be a
Well-
bit fraught.
Wait, if you're riding the dragon, then why would you need the rope?
Do you
Clock's
trust me
ticking,
to-
guys?
Do you trust me to paddle a boat?
To be fair, you are the one that is trustworthy to paddle.
No.
Look at the rest of us.
Forget the rope, he's going to
30
jump on the
seconds.
dragon, just go! He's going.
Okay. Okay. Roll me animal handling and a dexterity check.
Well, that's for the animal, which is +3, so that's 20.
It's 20, not bad.
Not bad.
30-20.
And what was the other one for? Dexterity, that's +5, so that's 20. They're both 20.
Nice, both dirty 20s. Okay. Kazuma suddenly sort of blows up, balloons in proportions. And you jump on his back, and you dig your knees in behind the wings a little bit, and you sort of giddy him up, and you feel the wings beside you as the dragon leaps into the air and takes off over the ocean, or over the lake. And it's a little rocky at first because you've never ridden a dragon before, and this feels a bit weird. Especially a dragon that is around about the same size as you. So it's kind of difficult to hold on because he's actually still relatively small. But like he's a medium creature, so you are able to just about ride him. He probably wouldn't be able to carry anyone else. But you can ride him just about. It takes maybe 15 seconds, but the ride is very, very tense. And then you drop down and land in the boat. About 15 to 20 seconds later, you watch as Kazuma's form starts to shrink again. But it only shrinks by about 5 to 6 inches.
Yes,
You're on a
I'm
boat
the plot
with a
device.
medium dragon. You are no longer concentrating on the spell, Horace.
Yeah. I just... What? Should I just, like, shout over? Ingvar, I'm no longer focusing on the spell. How is your dragon still big?
Maybe he had a good spurt.
I don't think that's how growth spurts work.
Horace, did you mess up the spell?
Can we
I'm
get
gonna
the
be
boat
honest-
this way, please?
I'm gonna be honest, this, when it comes to ways of spells, this is probably one.
Oh, it's the Faeywild. Maybe things just wouldn't be here.
Yeah, fair point.
I can't believe you gave the baby lizard puppy of our party a permanent growth spurt. He's not cute anymore. He's just a
Still-
teenager.
He's pretty cute.
I'd say he's even cuter.
Okay, so Ingvar, you are on the boat. I'm guessing you're gonna try and paddle it back to shore.
How could you put him on the boat, but I couldn't?
Because I was holding control and pulling him up through the water.
Yeah, he's gonna sit down. He's gonna take the paddles and attempt to paddle the damn boat back to the shore.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
your
I'm not gonna move the boat because bit of a pain. Doing that and then moving the mini as well. But yeah, you it doesn't take you too long to paddle the boat back to the shore. It's pretty easy going. The lake doesn't have much in the way of current, essentially.
Fair enough. And then Gro just gives him a tiny wave when he gets back to the shore. Hey guys, I got the boat.
Just like look at Kazuma, just like, huh, he is big. It wasn't just my imagination. I just pet him on the head. He
Kazuma
is
sort of nuzzles
Yep.
up into your claws, and you see him sort of purr slightly. But as he does, his mouth sort of opens a little bit, and you watch as little sparks of lightning flicker between his teeth.
Oh, that's adorable and very terrifying. Adorableness and adorable terror go. All right. Well, nice work on the boat. I guess now we just sail across to the other side. Well, paddle across to the other side.
Everybody get in.
One second before we leave, can I take a small, like, morsel of smoked meat or something out of my rations and just drop it in the lake and see what happens?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Cool, I do that. What happens?
Grows wings and flies away.
Um,
I guess pigs can fly.
My God.
you
the
watch
sausage.
as it sinks further and further down into the lake. But even though it's getting further and further away, it doesn't seem to be changing size.
Okay.
It's with
As
this
in-
lake.
As in, from perspective,
So it just looks like it's still?
it just looks like it's still. Yeah. Even though you're relatively sure it's sinking,
Because it's like getting more and more
the
blurred.
size is exactly the same as when you were holding it in your hand.
Okay, so that means it's either frozen in there or it's growing.
Yep.
And then I remember that Cosmo.
You cut out completely there, Erica.
Does this lake have growing properties?
I wouldn't be sticking your hand in there then if I were you.
Oh, this
Hang
is
on,
juicy
DM's dying.
big boy syrup. I'm gonna get me some of this.
I could do with being
Wrong
taller.
pipe, Lucian. Wrong pipe.
Yeah. Apparently.
You alright there, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. I'm just gonna...
That's
I'm
an
just gonna-
obvious idea, Elfie, but it might get us banned on Twitch if we did that.
I want to get a vial of this if I can. This sounds like a cool liquid to obtain.
Do you have
That's
any
exactly
vials
what I
in
was
your
thinking.
inventory?
Let me see. I might have something. I have, oh, I actually have several platinum capsules.
Filled with green balls. The capsules are not airtight.
Oh. Wait, I
Aw.
might have
I
something.
mean, they don't have to
I
be
have a
airtight,
water
just
flask.
Watertight.
Yeah, you could fill it with water.
Do not. You may want to label that when you're done.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. Who drinks water in this campaign?
Water's for losers.
Yeah.
Christ, you drink it in the middle of the night, you wake up and you're like 6 feet taller.
But no, like
So
I'll
anyway,
fill up
everyone
my water
take
spill
like
with it.
10 points of dehydration damage because apparently none of you have been drinking water.
We've not been drinking water, we've been drinking beer.
That's fair, actually.
Yes.
Everyone take 10 points of beer damage.
Alcoholism. Alcoholism. Points
Alcoholic.
of al-
Everyone
You've
is
gained a
now
new
an
trait.
alcoholic, apparently.
That's just normal 5e setting.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Jesus.
Alright.
The rope is soaked, but it's back on dry land, Dragon Reaper. Anyway.
Is the rope bigger?
Yeah. The rope is not bigger, no.
Okay, so it's only like organic matter, which is weird.
Like, it's soaked, and it's definitely expanded because it's soaked, but it's not any bigger proportionally than it was before.
So when it dries, is it going to be still expanded from the water, or is it just going to go back normal?
You don't know.
Oh.
It's not dry yet.
No.
Gotta give it
So
some
many
time.
questions.
Anyway, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you getting in the boat? Are you picking up water from the lake? Are you...
I'm getting the water and then I'm going in the boat. I can multitask.
Okay, you're
I
getting in
am
the
in the
water.
boat.
No, I'm getting in the boat after I get the water in my water skin.
Okay, so add a Silverlight Lake water pouch, flask, thing, water skin, to your inventory.
I have done this.
Okay, so you all get in the boat and push off.
Use bolt time.
In the distance, four of you can see, and because with Silvari's help, you can see about maybe about 150 feet. No, sorry, not 150 feet. Let me check the actual measurement for this.
I swear to God.
About 600 feet into the lake.
After
you
4
can
days
see,
of rowing.
You can see the island, and the island seems to have 3 different piers in it. One of them actually has another boat moored to it. Which one are you going for? Where are you going?
I assume the central one?
Yeah, I was thinking the one in the middle.
Central one? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever is taking the oars,
Which is probably
roll,
Probably whoever has the best strength.
Yeah, probably.
roll me a... Ooh,
Strength check?
I was gonna say that, but actually, no.
No, you want to screw us over a little more, okay.
I don't lying.
Roll me a survival check.
Roll me intimidation.
That'll be Ingvar because he's
Intimidate
got
the
the
water.
lion. Whoop.
That would be an interesting property of the Faeywild,
Ah.
actually, if
Ooh.
all of the skill checks were scrambled.
That's only 6.
That's a 6. Okay. Not the worst you could have gotten, but it's pretty bad.
Not the best.
You managed to get through. You managed to get across most of the lake without issue. You're relatively strong, so using the oars isn't too hard. Though, admittedly, it's kind of taxing a little bit. Eventually you get within, like, 60-ish feet of the, the actual, dock area. And, you realize that you've accidentally ended up steering, and I'm gonna move the boat for this one, into a patch of kelp-like protrusions that sort of appear out of the water. I'll move you all for this as well, don't worry. It's... Oh, that's good. It's kind of unpleasant, because you essentially end up without much in the way of ability to move. And the oars kind of get stuck in the kelp itself. But you're relatively close to the island itself. You just ended up getting a bit stuck in some kelp. And the oars are kind of getting tangled in the kelp itself. Someone roll me a perception check.
I like looking. Can I look?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I had a reasonable success in looking today.
I have an 18 for looking.
Okay.
I'm okay not looking right
Librarian, you notice that as Ingvar is trying to pull on the oars, and they're not really moving, you notice that the kelp is starting to curl around the oars themselves.
Oh shit.
now. Oh no.
Oh no.
I think the kelp is alive. I think everything is just fucking alive here.
Okay, wait. I have an idea. I attempt to speak Sylvan to the kelp.
Okay, what do you say?
I just say, excuse me, hello, sorry if I'm bumping into you. Could you let us by?
Roll me a persuasion check, I guess.
I think I'm pretty good at.
I'm actually really good at persuasion if we need
Yes,
that,
but
but
you
I don't
can't
speak the language.
speak Sylvan, so...
Persuasion.
Like, that's that.
What's Doran gonna do? Growl at it?
22.
That would be
Damn.
intimidation. 22. Is that a natural 20 or a...
Oh no, it's a 19. I have a +3.
It's kelp.
Okay.
Doesn't really answer as far as you can tell. Doesn't really seem to be able to communicate.
Well, from the looks of it, doesn't seem to be sentient.
From what you can tell,
Yeah.
this, because you've got got a pretty high roll. I'll give you this. From what you can tell, it doesn't really seem to have enough sentience beyond. Oh, something's close by. I'll grab it. That's about it.
Okay, so. Oh, now I'd feel bad if we cut it down. Just like. Okay, so it's.
It's a lot more plant-like behavior than
Yeah.
most things that you've seen so far.
Alright, so it's not. These kelp is not sentient, I'm afraid. So talking isn't gonna help. So what the? How about we get?
Wait, if these things are like a force of nature instead of like something sentient, would primordial work?
As far as, and I'll give Rakan this, as far as Rakan can tell, they don't really have a concept of language.
Okay.
They're not sentient, they don't have enough intelligence. They're not sentient enough to be able to understand you.
Oh, okay.
It's not that they're not communicative. It's just that they don't, they're not intelligent enough to be communicative.
Yeah.
Because if they were, Sylvan would have probably won.
Only
Yeah,
Horace was here. He could cast Speak with Plants.
We need Horace the druid back in our party.
I
Our
live
biggest
this
mistake was leaving.
I
was
wonder
leaving.
how he's doing.
Okay, this still doesn't solve the issue of what the fuck I was.
I know a quite a good language that we could try to speak to them.
What's
I just
that?
hold out like a small eldritch blast in my hand.
Ah, the language of violence.
Do you speak it? Alright.
Or we
yeah,
could spend 3 hours picking them off of the oars. It really is your call.
At the very least, we need to help
I'm
I-
just wondering how deep the water is.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
don't do that. I did a little test earlier. I think you get bigger if you go in the water. Oh wait, I probably should have not told that to the dwarves.
Rude.
Oh god, it's only a 12-foot dwarf.
That is incredibly racist.
I do believe I'm the one who would benefit from it. But I think that is beside the point. Okay, is it like just a couple as the Tailspire shows, or is it like a massive like forest?
It's not so much a forest as it's like small clumps. And you see a couple more here and there. But you also notice that while these plants seem relatively normal in nature, you also notice that a lot of the tendrils are actually coming up out of the water and then continuing on for a good, like, 1.5 feet above that. Kind of a little bit defying gravity in some ways.
Okay. I suppose I could try to score Ray.
You tried to you cut out on one.
I could try to scorching ray. I don't imagine. I don't imagine they'd take fire.
Doesn't someone have like a mold earth cantrip thing?
I do have that, yes.
Could you like move the sandbanks from underneath this so that their roots get moved out the way, so they in turn get moved out the way or something?
What's the range of mold earth?
30 feet.
Okay, you could... Yeah, you could probably do something like that.
Okay, right. Well, I will mold
I mean,
earth.
it's not guaranteed to work, but... you
No,
could
but it's
try.
worth a shot. It's a free cast spell, anyways. Right. I will cast Mold Earth, and I will just sort of like Moses parting the sea on the seabed here, as it were.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. See
Oh
if
heck,
you could actually pull this off.
it's a +1. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. 17.
17. Okay. It takes a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but you eventually manage to situate the earth piles so that instead of just pushing earth around the roots, you actually manage to pull the roots of these plants aside as well. And you manage to clear a small channel. It takes you about 30 minutes maybe to clear a small channel through this sort of small kelp forest. And with enough strength and pushing of the oars and a couple of you working together, you do manage to push free of the small kelp forest. And you eventually manage to dock at the base of the thing. Hold on, let me just pull you guys over there. And
Whee!
very quickly,
Whee!
I am going to hold on. I'm going to very quickly murder you, Darren.
Jeep.
Not again!
Damn it, Lucid, not again.
And then I am going to do that and do this.
Good job on beating Jesus' respawn time.
There you go, Lai.
God, that was so much hard work. I got an outfit change.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, rip.
Thank you for
All
the
right.
birthday present.
So, you all jump off the boat, shall we say, at this long marble dock. And you can see that now the walls of this island are all made of this white, coarse, well, white, smooth-looking stone. That looks to be marble of some sort or another. And you see trees and grasses, and you see a lot of different things around. But what catches all of yours attention most is the fact that the island seems to be deserted. In fact, it's very empty. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
No birds. No forest sounds that you've been hearing from out in the area behind you. Just silence. What do
I
you
don't
do?
like this.
I'm a little uneasy, I must say. Oh, nothing but I guess push forward.
Careful, everyone. The grass has Z fighting issues.
I will say, this place makes me a little uneasy.
Oh,
What's up with
Lucian,
the?
I hate you. I hate you so much. Why?
What?
I would like you all to roll me perception.
Oh, funny.
Ah, yes, my greatest modifier.
With
What do
advantage
people
because
see that I
Silveri is there.
Okay, 9
What was it again?
Perception.
perception.
Okay.
21.
21.
13.
The first thing that you all spot as you crest the steps into this, what Silveri referred to as the Silverlight Temple, is long marble pathways, marble columns, tall structures. In the center of this sort of crossroads area, a tall marble pillar that has a large sort of crystal, kind of a chandelier, but not really, more like just sort of a crystal cluster that has been hung from the roof of this crossroads. It's beautiful, or it would be, if it wasn't for all of the cobwebs and dead plant matter and just all the different bits and pieces that are sort of winding their way and wrapping their way through this entire place, as if it's been abandoned for centuries, maybe. And in the center, of the large crossroads section, there is a strange-looking tree, maybe? You're not really sure. It's blackened and burnt. Looks like a claw that is coming out of the ground and frozen there. And at the tips of what I guess you could say are its fingers, you see 5 flickering blue flames. Additionally, librarian, because you rolled pretty high, you see... Actually, no, all of you see this one. You see, skittering along the path, a largish spider is running along the front of the path. Darts off to the side here. Librarian, you also see a large spider over here that is sort of skittering along back into this area.
Oh god, I really don't like spiders.
I am
So I'm-
immediately
I'm-
and quite seriously uncomfortable.
Immediate response is to magic blast.
Okay.
But I
Don't allow.
I know better than that.
Silveri steps forward, and the first thing he says is, this place has gotten a lot worse than the last time I was here.
So, Theory, what's up with the spiders?
I was about to ask.
No. I mean,
Those... Oh.
about 30 of your material years ago, this temple was guarded by beings similar to yourself. And he's talking to you, librarian. I was, or should I say, the blade that my soul is bound to was wielded by the cleric of that order. But then, 30 years ago, they all vanished, and I was left unattended, unable to see. Without a bearer, I can't do anything, really. Horace, your friend, your little one here, is the main reason that I'm even here at all. But this is a lot worse than the last time I was here.
What is this place?
This is the Silverlight, a temple to the All-Mother. You know her as Dimani, the goddess of nature, goddess of growth. This is a place of worship, a holy ground, as it were. It was built long before the Second Cataclysm, a few years, I believe, after the first. And this was my... And he's choosing his words very carefully now, you can tell. My atonement, shall we say.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. We should move on. Try and skirt around these beaches.
Amen to that. I don't want to fuck with those things.
However, your blade is seemingly back in the central pavilion.
Oh shit, guess we're gonna have to deal with them eventually.
How did it get there?
That's a very good question.
That's where it's always been.
What?
It would take too long to explain in full, but the blade that you've been holding for the past few months in the material plane is a reflection of the true blade that lives here in the Faeywild.
Oh. So, are you saying it wasn't real, or are you saying it was just imitation?
An imitation, let's say. And when you came back to the Faeywild, the blade returned to this temple. Or the imitation dissipated, shall we say.
So, I guess now I will meet the real Horus.
Indeed.
Well, you know what they say, hard to steal is fire. As I just step straight through Silveri.
Okay. Librarian, with that 21 on your perception, you also notice, besides the spiders, you see cobwebs all over the place. The grasses are overgrown, there's mud patches everywhere. You see, as well, all over the place, various statues of men and women clothed in robes, attired similarly to what clerics would wear, in the same stone or marble, crafted, as far as you can tell, as the marble pathways that are here.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you all doing?
I just look back at everybody. Well, y'all mind if I take the lead here?
Go first.
Sure, I don't want to be near those spiders.
Understandable. I will step forth, keeping an eye on the spiders, seeing if they act aggressive. Also, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Nearly forgot
Learning
that
from
now.
last time, I see.
Yes.
Just don't forget to start bladesing.
Yep. Yep. I
Oh.
don't have a blade to blade sing. I don't have.
Yeah.
So-
What if I just
No
gave you a little
sword.
stick? Would
Oh,
that
that,
work?
that means the most nerfed member of our party is currently the front of our party. Oh dear.
I've got
Because
much.
you can have the rusty short sword if you want it.
Sure, I'll take
Oh,
anything.
I just realized that I could do something really cool for Horus.
Oh.
Let's see if I can actually pull this off. One sec. Yes! I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on Horus by using Meta Magic Distance Spell.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me
Okay,
roll that
so
out.
yeah, you now have Armor of Agathis.
So what level is that? That's
That is a first level one, because I need my second level spells.
fair enough. All right.
Well, that is 5 extra armor for you, and
Yeah,
if
5.
anything takes off, they take that much cold damage.
Yeah, 5 temp HP.
Are you guys
Yeah.
progressing stealthily, or...?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
So-
suppose so.
Everybody roll me stealth checks.
19. While everybody's
I should
rolling,
be
I'm
good
gonna
at
go to
this.
the restroom real
I'm
quick.
not good at this. Oh dear.
That's 8.
I got a 19.
19.
I got a 4.
I got a rock.
Okay. Well, as I told Zeri after the session last time, the way I do group stealth checks is on a rate of success to failure. So, depending on how you do, you can either do well or you can do poorly. Currently, you're all over the place. But it's a tie. And I haven't rolled for Silveria yet.
Silveria's incorporeal, therefore he can't make noise.
Yeah.
Silveria is
You'd have to be
incorporeal,
hooting and
therefore he
hollering.
can't make noise, therefore he gets advantage on his stealth check.
How is he gonna make a floorboard squeak when he phases through the floorboards?
It's just singing an old song.
So
Oh, look, he got
Silveri has a
18.
decent stealth, so that's a 15 total.
I have returned.
So that is success in general.
Net average positive.
It's kind of what got you guys in the last session when two of you rolled really well, one of you rolled really poorly, and then Darren rolled a nat 1. So it was, and nat 1, nat 1s and nat 20s count for 2. So nat 20s are 2 successes, nat 1s are 2 failures. So it was essentially 3-2, and that's what got you guys last session with the Harvester construct. So for future reference, that's how I calculate group skill checks. It's not one of you fails, you all immediately fail, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
I like that. I like that.
Okay, so you all start creeping past the spiders. And the spiders start skittering around a little bit more. One of them skitters up onto these
I
rocks
hate
over
it when they
here.
move. I hate it when they move.
This one skitters over this way. And you notice that near this sort of central piece are 2 more. One of them skitters up onto this, and the other one skitters over to this area here. You all make your way forward. You get about halfway through. I would like all of you who are moving on the path, who are not incorporeal, to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
Is
incredible.
it for half damage?
No, this is so
Dra-
that you don't become grappled by the sticky webs that are all over the floor.
6.
17.
5. For
60.
the love of...
Okay, so the 3 of you walk past unimpeded. You manage to get to about here, and then you notice that Darren has stopped moving, and you all turn around and you see that Darren's feet have gotten stuck into this tangle of spider silk that is all across the floor. What would you like to do?
You all right there, Darren?
My foot's stuck.
I gathered as much.
To get them unstuck.
You can try.
I suppose I'll help. I suppose you are worthy of my help.
I'm
Wow.
gonna stab you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, you'll be stabbed twice.
Double stab.
So to free him, what check would that be?
Generally speaking, a strength check if you're trying to pull him out.
Yes.
You can attempt to burn away the webs. There's a multitude of things you could try. Whatever you try will generally result in a different skill check.
Wait, I have an idea. It's time for prestidigitation to make a.
Oh no.
I cast guidance.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Would with prestidigitation, I can chill. I can chill something. I can lower its temperature. Would I be able to chill the webs to the point where they become stiff so that they snap?
It would. You could. It may reduce the DC.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, so you chill the webs around Darren's feet, and Darren, you start to feel a cold seep into the air around your boots, and you slowly realize that this is a little chilly. Okay.
This was a bad day to pick to wear some crop trousers.
Who is helming the strength check for this?
Ingvar?
Probably he's got the highest strength.
Okay.
Yep. And
So,
I will be
Ingvar,
assisting.
you step forward and you grab Darren by the arms roll me a strength check.
With advantage, thanks to my help.
Not with advantage. The help was to reduce the DC.
I
Well,
see.
that's 5, so that's anyway.
That was a natural 1.
That was a nat one.
This is where we roll initiative,
As
isn't
you
it?
step towards Darren, and you put your arms on his, and you pull backwards, and then you try and pull yourself backwards, and you realize that you've stepped into the web,
Oh shit.
and you're now stuck in the web with Darren.
Oh god, the seagulls are coming.
There's no escape.
Gandalf calls for aid.
God damn it! I tried.
Okay. I will attempt to free. I will attempt to free. I guess. I will attempt to free Ingvar. No, I will attempt to free Darren first. Okay, and so I still have the. Yes.
I don't have a seagull mini, but I do have a goose.
Oh, even worse.
Not the goose.
Anyway,
Okay.
carry on.
So,
Hold on a sec.
yes. Strength check with an extra D4 from the guidance I got from Zarian.
Okay.
Alright. Oh. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And then
Hey,
let
it's
me
still
roll the
better than what we
D4.
rolled already.
21.
In fairness, the original DC, was 15. You lowered it to 10 with the prestidigitation. So
Yes.
it was going to be pretty easy, but then Ingvar rolled a natural 1.
Yes.
So now the DC is back up to 15, but obviously you wrap your little bird arms around Ingvar's torso and you pull! And with the librarian's help, you start to pull and pull and pull, and suddenly, pop! Ingvar's feet come free. And then you hear a chick as the webs around Darren's feet snap. And all of you go tumbling back. I would like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us?
Yep.
I'm just
Alright.
trying to walk down one corridor and I've had to do 2 dex saves.
17.
17. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, we both got 17. Nice.
13.
Did anyone roll below a 10? No? Okay. So you all stumble backwards. Thankfully, none of you land on the ground too badly, and the spiders don't pay you too much mind as you're walking into their space, other than the one that's on the weird claw-like statue in the middle of the room, which kind of just hisses at you a little bit as you get a little too close. But other than that, you seem to be fine.
Alright. I suppose mind the webs, everybody?
Good plan.
Yeah. Alright. Continue forward. Okay, and make sure to, like, skirt around that spider.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to fucking summon something, the bath bastard.
Okay, so you all skirt around the spider, making sure not to anger him too much.
Or
The
step
spider
in
sort
any
of hisses at you, rears up on its back legs, and sort of waves its front legs at you, but it doesn't go for any of you. You don't pose enough of a threat for it to really care at the moment, at the very least.
I assume Kazman's tagging along. We'll probably just try to. I can hear myself.
Okay.
We'll probably
So-
just hiss back.
You all approach the steps to this large marble central sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not pagoda.
plinth,
Not plinth.
altar.
No. pavilion. There we go. A large round marble pavilion with these tall columns to the side. You can see gold and sort of brass filigree all through these pillars. You see a lot of very cool looking architecture. You see at the top this robed figure holding out a large bowl, and in the bowl, though it's not really visible from your angle, you see faint flickers of bluish light. As you all move forward, all of you now start noticing this as well. The various statues that the librarian noticed earlier, standing around the fields, and one specifically standing at the top of the stairs, with its hand outstretched towards the center of the room, just about.
Yeah, the one in college that he shoved his nose into.
So, are you all entering into the pavilion?
Cautiously.
why not.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like this place is creepy or anything.
For no reason at all, I'm going to remind everyone that I have the alert feat and cannot be caught unawares.
I'm aware of that. Don't worry.
Good. For
So
no reason at all.
you all enter this large round pavilion, and you see, sort of in the center, but a little bit towards the back, 3 marble plinths, sort of display plinths, and on them, 3 identical-looking swords that have been sheathed in the plinths themselves. 3 identical-looking rapiers that look very similar, Horace, to the one that you wielded just a few hours ago, or just a day or so ago. In the center of the pavilion, you see another statue with its arm outstretched towards the rapier in the middle. And behind all of this, you all see a strange-looking purple glowing tendril that is holding a chain in it. It's sort of rising up out of the ground. It's holding a chain, and on that chain, there's a small cubic-like object with gentle pulsing purple sigils on it. I would like, because you have the alert feat, Darren, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Right, dice don't fail me this time. Whoop. Off it goes. Pretty 20.
30-20. Okay. So,
Very good dice.
as you're entering the pavilion, and I would like to know, is the current order that you're all entering the pavilion the marching order that you would like to take?
I do believe Horace would be at the so.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody else.
I'm
Yeah,
fine
Yeah,
with
now
where
that
I
I've
am.
adjusted my placement, I'm at
Okay.
the back now.
Okay. So Silveri is relatively close to you, Horace, because he's kind of you've noticed that he's never strayed too far from you. He's usually within like 10 to 15 feet. And you get the feeling that he can't really go further than that. Darren,
Questionable. Yep.
as you enter this large pavilion, you look around at the walls, you see intricate scrolling, you see small patterns all around. You look up at the ceiling, and the ceiling is like this cross-hatched sort of network of marble. Notice something. Green. Large. Settled on the roof of the pavilion itself. that with a sudden slivering sound drops down from the top of the pavilion and into the center of this large circular area. A large snake-like body that ends in the tall torso of a woman with snakes for hair hissing. As she drops down, you notice this large coiled shape unfurl, very, very large. This Gorgon drops into the pavilion, stares at you all,
Good.
and goes, "More meat. My pets are hungry." And she gives this slight giggling laugh. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Oh no!
Thank you all very much for joining us this evening.
Hmm.
It has been interesting. And we will pick up here in 2 weeks. We will pick up on the Wednesday after this one for what is sure to be an interesting encounter.
I'm guessing none of us have access to Greater Restoration or anything, right?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
You know what we would?
That thing can functionally kill us by with just a DC 14 save.
That does not bode well.
Now,
No.
I do immediately have a combat strategy for this.
Well,
Let's
that's
save
it.
that
We
till
will
next
discuss
week.
it over the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
For now,
Yes.
though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us this evening. It has been interesting. I have enjoyed myself immensely, and we will be back next week for this encounter with an intriguing Gorgon and her as of yet unknown pets. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. I will be back with Lying tomorrow. I'm sure that Lying will attempt to punish me for throwing spiders and a Medusa at them. But for now, thank you all very much for watching, and I'm gonna go raid a Fion, who's currently playing for the King. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everybody. Have a very good evening, everyone, and a very good night.
Bye.
Wait.
Bye bye.